Wow, that is why you read instructions, ladies and gentlemen. Hey guys, so today I'm celebrating Thanksgiving even though it's Friday, but we don't have vacation here in Ecuador because they don't celebrate Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be celebrating with Pablo's family because they were kind enough to offer to celebrate Thanksgiving with me since I'm not able to go home for it. And so we've kind of split up what everyone is doing, and I offered to bring stuffing, and I offered also to make a pecan pie. I would have made pumpkin, but they don't have the pumpkin puree filling for it, even though pecans here are really expensive, so that kind of surprised me. This tiny bag is $8. This is my attempt of a homemade from scratch pie crust. It's my first time ever attempting. It just did not work, and I try and roll it out and it just doesn't stick together enough. I quickly went back to the store and I looked and searched anywhere in the store for a pre-made pie crust. I checked the frozen section again and they didn't have any. Then I decided to go to the baking section and they had this. This was the only one, and it even comes with a little tin pan, and I'm pretty sure it comes with a cover. In the middle of all of this, I have to make lunch for Pablo and I, so I'll take a break and I'll do that, and then I'll come back to you guys. First, I'm just gonna throw this attempt of pie crust away because it just won't serve me in any way. Okay, so taking a look at the recipe, first thing I need to do is preheat the oven. Oven is preheating currently as we speak. And now it says to use light corn syrup, but I'm going to use maple syrup. I don't know, the idea of corn syrup didn't sound very healthy to me, even though maple syrup obviously isn't that much healthier, but also it was easier to find. So it says mix light corn syrup, and it's 1 cup, so hopefully this is enough. Now, I'm pretty sure someone has told me that putting oil in your measuring utensils is supposed to make substances like honey, for example, or peanut butter to come out easier. So I haven't tried that, but let's try it today. So I'm gonna put a little bit of oil, just a little. This basting brush that I got, and just cover the cup in it. Now it's time to take out. 1 cup of maple syrup should be equivalent to 1 cup of corn syrup. Yeah, this is a lot. I should have probably bought 2 of these, whatever. I just used all of that. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, well, look, that worked. Came out very, very nicely. My mom was right, you know, these pies are basically all sugar. It says 3 eggs. 1, 3. More sugar, 1 cup of sugar. Now I don't have white sugar now that I'm realizing that, so we're gonna use brown. Hope it doesn't stick to the maple syrup in here, but whatever. Should I use 1 cup or like 1.5? I feel like it's enough sugar already with the maple syrup, so we're just gonna dump that in there. Yeah, it definitely did stick into here, look at that. And vanilla. So I do have vanilla, and how much does it say? Oh, butter. 2 tablespoons of butter. I did go to the store and buy more butter, so don't worry. As you can see, I really don't measure properly, but I'm the one cooking, so does it matter really? And I'd say that's a little more. Yeah, that's another tablespoon. And now a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. I always thought it was abstract. That's dumb. I don't know why I thought that. 1 teaspoon. Now it says to mix all of this with a spoon or spatula. My spatula is dirty, so BRB, gonna wash that. All right, got my spatula all washed. Now we're gonna mix this together. I'm gonna try a whisk. My broken whisk here, I need a new one. If anyone wants to send me a new whisk. Oh, this is not mixing. Look at that. Wow, that is why you read instructions, ladies and gentlemen. So we're heating it now on the stove to see if the butter will melt, and it's working. Okay, now that our mixture looks like it should have from the beginning, if I had read the instructions correctly, we're going to mix in the pecans, and it says 1.5 cups of coarsely chopped pecans. So this is what they look like. So that's 1 cup. So I'm gonna mix that in there. So I'm gonna mix this. It actually smells really good. This is the final look, well, of the mixture. It says to pour this into the pie crust. Wow! Look at that. That looks amazing. I'm really sticky now, really sticky. Bake on center rack of oven for 60 to 70 minutes. I'm going to wash all these dishes over here, then I'm going to make Pablo and I's lunch, and then I'll come back to you guys when the pie is ready and to make the stuffing. See you in a bit. So, it's after lunch and everything. It's actually 3 p.m. now, and we have the pecan pie done. See? But when I showed Pablo, we realized that it wouldn't be enough to feed everyone at the party. Well, not party, at the dinner. I will not film me doing the second pecan pie because it's gonna be exactly the same, but the stuffing I will. So once I'm gonna do the stuffing, I'll let you guys know. Okay, so I started the stuffing and I forgot to film, but all I did was chop up celery and half of a white onion and half of a red onion. So now I'm going to chop up the bread cubes and then start cooking. So I just finished cutting up the bread cubes, and this is how much I have. So far, I feel like this will be enough. Not entirely sure. I might actually do 2 more slices and then that should be good to go. So now I need to fry the onions and celery mixture. And it says 2/3 a cup of butter. It says to heat the butter in a large skillet. Put the celery and onion in with poultry seasoning, which I don't have, so I'll just invent something. So I was gonna wait until the broth was ready, but the butter is kind of finishing up in the celery and onion mix. So I don't want it to burn, and it said not to brown them. So I shut that off right now, and I'm just waiting for the broth, which should be done in a couple of minutes. Okay, so the broth is ready. This is the celery and onion mixture. Now we're going to add the bread cubes into the mixture. Already looks yummy. Now I'm gonna put the broth in and try my best not to make this soggy. In this pot I have 2 cups of broth, so I'll let you know if I use it all. This is good enough because they're moist but not soggy, and I'm afraid if I add any more they will reach that point of being soggy. I'd say this is about 1.5 cups, maybe a cup and a third here left over. So I really only used, just spilled that all over the place. I really only used a small amount. I still have 17 minutes left for that to be finished. So I'm gonna take that out and then I'll put this in right away, and then I'll show you guys everything when it's done. So obviously, as you can see with the videos that I showed you guys of the food, everything turned out great. Now we're all ready to go and we're heading out to the dinner now. So obviously I'm not going to record that because it's a little more private, but I hope that all of you had a great Thanksgiving, and thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and like this video because it will help out my channel a lot. Sending love.